Hey guys, this is Comic Inno, and today I'm doing a review for Supergirl, the Flash crossover. So I've been really excited for this episode. I have my Flash shirt on, so let's start talking about it. So here we get to see two villains kind of being prominent in this episode, with Shaban turning into officially the Silver Banshee, and then Livewire escaping. And of course these two villains are very connected to Cat Grant, and we see Flash coming over from another universe and saying, hey, how do I get home? Meets up with Supergirl, and they fight these two villains together, and they learn a lot from each other. National City actually does not have to keep all the all the aliens slash, I guess, metahumans in the DEO. Now they actually stay in the police, in jail, so that was cool. So there's more invention stuff going on. And then Flash is, learning about aliens and learning more about this Earth. And it seems like Supergirl and Flash were able to learn a lot about each other, and it was really cool. And learn more about being a superhero from different point of views. And by the end, we do get to see Flash also helped Kara and her normal life, where we get to see that Kara finally does kiss Jimmy slash James, and in the end, of course, James does not react to this kiss because everyone in National City are being controlled by Non. So that's the big ending, and I guess next week we don't have a new episode for some reason. I guess because we actually don't have many episodes left of the season. I think there's only like 3 left, so I guess they're kind of waiting it out. But I love this episode. I mean, this was so much fun. The jokes, the comedic timing. Of course, the wonderful chemistry between Melissa Benoist and Grant Gustin, because Grant Gustin and Melissa Benoist have chemistry with everybody. I think that's been proven from both shows. But I really enjoyed the jokes. We had name drops from the CW shows. We had a CW name drop. We had a Smallville name drop when Cat Grant called the Flash to Blur. We had so much comic book fun where Barry and Kara meet for the first time. And Kara's like, hey, yeah, I could have saved myself. And she's like patting herself down, and Barry's all shocked. We have another superhero moment, big comic book moment, where they actually race. And you don't really see who wins. I'm guessing Flash kind of did win because he actually went to his other Earth. But there were other times in the episode where Supergirl beat Flash. So I guess that's a little bit disappointing that we didn't really tell who won the race. But overall, this was just so much comic book goodness. It was great to see these two team up. And something I love about Supergirl, which I've mentioned in the past, is that I think Supergirl has done a great job with its one-shots villains and Supergirl's rogue gallery, where I think the other shows like Flash and Arrow could improve on. And that's why I think this episode was so enjoyable, because I already enjoyed Livewire and her backstory to Cat Grant. We've had this huge build-up with Shaban's character and the build-up for her to become Silver Banshee. So I think that's why this episode had such great weight and such great villains. Shaban was great. I wanted more from her because we did have a lot of build-up from her, and her costume was a little random because we have Livewire saying, hey, we should dress you up, and for some reason we have Shaban just like putting contacts in and putting all that makeup on. I thought that was going to be more of a transformation thing. That's just her costume, and I thought that was I guess it was realistic, but it was a little weird of why Shaban would want to dress up like that. But, so I think they could have come up with a better excuse for that. But it was a cool team up between Livewire and Shaban. Cat Grant was awesome in this episode too. Small, nitpick, I guess, though, is, she was mentioning, of course I knew Barry was the Flash, but at the same time, Barry was with Kara, so why isn't Cat thinking, once again, oh, Kara's Supergirl? So that's, I guess, a little bit of a plot hole just to have that fun comedy, but at the same time, it was great, just the way, we got that line delivered, so I enjoyed that. Other things, yeah, like I said, it's cool to see Flash mix kind of his stuff in this episode. We got a little bit more science-y. We actually see Flash say, hey, do you have a plan, Supergirl? She's like, no, we're gonna punch things. And I think that's the big difference between Flash and Supergirl. Supergirl really does go into stuff just to punch things. And then Flash is like, all right, let's make a plan, guys. Flash crew, Flash group, let's make a plan. So I think those are the big differences of the show. And I will say, this is probably my favorite superhero crossover. I think Supergirl and Flash just bounced off each other really well. Not that I don't love the Arrow and Flash crossovers too. I just thought this worked so well within the plot, and I feel like they didn't force too much. Where in the Arrow and Flash crossovers, they tend to try to do too much at the same time. Here, it's just like, it was pure fun and introducing the multiverse also in the Supergirl television show. And last thing I want to mention, for people, and I know a lot of Flash fans are watching this who haven't caught up with Supergirl, I'm sure vice versa, I thought this did a really good job for people who don't know a lot about Supergirl. I think they explained the characters pretty well, and most importantly, they explained the Flash really well, and the multiverse concept in this episode really well. So I think this is a great opportunity for people who might just watch one of the shows to try out the other show, because they do have a very similar tone, and you should be watching both these shows. I mean, it's different than Arrow, which I think you should be watching all the DC shows. But Arrow does definitely has a different tone, but Supergirl and Flash have a very similar tone, so definitely watch all of them. So this was such a fun episode. I love Supergirl supporting cast also reacting to Barry. It was great. Let's see some more. I need to see an Arrow, Flash and Supergirl crossover next, please, next year. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Of course, this is Comic Uno, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, like Father Like Daughter, and don't forget to like the Facebook page of like Father Like Daughter. Of course, I have a review for Supergirl next time it's on. Doesn't look like it's on next week, but hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.